Buongiorno e buonasera a tutti. Welcome back to Crave Italy, where Italy meets America and story bring us together. This October, we celebrate Italian Heritage Month across the US and here in San Francisco and the Bay Area. We honor the people who keep our culture alive. First, a message from l'Onorevole Christian Di Sanzo, then voices from our beautiful communities. Later, Amelia Antonucci join us, another inspiring voice from our community. Are you guys ready? Let's begin.
Un grande saluto a tutti gli italiani e italiane nella Bay Area di San Francisco per questo Italian American Heritage Month, un mese che ci ricorderà come ogni anno l'eredità italiana nella Bay Area di San Francisco, una delle comunità più antiche negli Stati Uniti ma anche più attive, una comunità che ancora oggi ci ricorda il legame tra l'Italia e gli Stati Uniti, il legame che ci lega nella cultura, nella tradizione, nella lingua italiana, ma anche nella ricerca e nell'innovazione. Un mese che comincerà con la parata, la più lunga in esistenza negli Stati Uniti, a ricordare proprio l'Italian Heritage, quanto questo leghi ancora e sia importante nella storia della città di San Francisco. Quindi, come rappresentante degli italiani negli Stati Uniti al Parlamento italiano, tenevo a fare un grande saluto ma anche un grande ringraziamento a tutte le associazioni e a tutti gli italiani e italiane che in questo mese si adopereranno per ricordare l'eredità italiana, l'Italian Heritage negli Stati Uniti e nella Bay Area di San Francisco. Un grazie a tutti voi e un buon ottobre, mese dell'Italian American Heritage.
As some of you may already know, the month of Ottobre, or October, is Italian American Heritage Month. It occurs in Ottobre so as to coincide with Columbus Day, an incredibly important federal holiday for Italian Americans. Now, both Columbus Day as well as Italian American Heritage Month are meant to symbolize Italian American history and cultural identity. Now, this month is dedicated to the resilience of our Italian immigrant ancestors and the multitude of contributions they have made to the United States over the span of generations. Now, for my own personal experience, I am an Italian who was born in Italy to two Italian parents, but I personally consider myself to be an Italian American as I have spent more than half of my life living in the United States. As such, I am personally entering Italian American Heritage Month with an incredible sense of pride for my culture, one that I hope to share with all of you. I am excited to celebrate this month by eating lots of yummy Italian food, attending local events, as well as partaking in family traditions that are all meant to bring me closer to my Italian culture. Now, grazie mille for attending another week of L'Angolo della Lingua Italiana. I hope you have a wonderful Italian American Heritage Month, where you are able to reconnect to your Italian roots or learn more about Italian culture. A presto!
To be an Italian American is we are part of the thread of the beautiful quilt of the United States with all of our, religions and ethnicities and people that have made this country amazing. But what we bring is we do have a strong family unit. We like wine and good food, and we like family, and other cultures do as well. But we definitely are not boring. So to be an Italian American means we're not boring, we like to party, and God bless America.
Truly, the most glorious thing about being Italian American is not only having the best of both worlds, but being graced to know that we can share our traditions with our friends and bring in more family and create a bigger circle of people that love what we love. Faith, family, friends, food, vino, dancing, This is the moment in our lives that we cherish. Italian American, whatever it is, it's being with family, it's being with Frank Sinatra, it's being with food and drink and stories, love, talking about memories of the family, and this is life. Allora, tutte bellissime.
My name is Gina Von Esmarch, and I am president of San Francisco Little Italy Honor Walk. And I'm here to share with you today what it means to me to be an Italian American. To me, being an Italian American means carrying forward both the endurance and the creativity of our ancestors. It's my identity, rooted in family and tradition and, a true sense of belonging. And I do feel like it's my responsibility within that community and amongst that community to look for ways to kind of give back, to preserve culture, and to make space for future generations to do so. I'm truly proud to know that Italian contributions, both big and small, have contributed to the heart of San Francisco and well beyond. In my everyday life, I do try to live and keep alive my Italian American heritage in the way that we have celebrations and prepare food and have conversations, and hopefully, with people that we're coming in contact with, or I'm coming in contact with for the first time, I always hope that I lead with warmth and sort of that attitude of perseverance and endurance, can-do attitude, if you will, in the way I connect with people. And, obviously Italians are hugely passionate people, something that we're greatly proud in, and I hope I bring that to all of the projects and interactions that I have. And I do believe that projects like the San Francisco Little Italy Honor Walk really, take that feeling of our personal heritage and make it visible and walkable and educational to a broader audience, and not just on the days of plaque unveilings, for example, and not only during the month of October for Italian Heritage Month, but hopefully that is an example of a way that we can keep and educate people on the contributions of Italian Americans and all feel a sense of pride because we come from people that have done great things and continue to do great things as the Italian American culture is constantly redefined beyond pasta and Ferraris to include technology and science and arts and so many other facets of culture that are just starting to be redefined within this community. And I think it's a really exciting time to be part of it and a wonderful month to celebrate all that it means to so many of us. So thank you.
Italian American, that means a number of things to me. It means the same thing as American Italian. Why? Well, I was born in Italia. I was raised in the United States, and I make the United States my home. I'm blessed to be able to say, voglio bene agli Stati Uniti, equally as well as I love Italy. I know both cultures very well. I love speaking both languages, and I follow the news in both countries. I follow sports teams, both in the United States and in Italia. I try to visit Italia as much as possible. It's my birthplace, and I make the U.S. my home. That's San Francisco. That's my hometown. I'm blessed on Italian Heritage Month to be able to say, God bless America and Forza Italia. I celebrate holidays that are uniquely American, just as well as I celebrate holidays that are uniquely Italian. Father's Day falls on the day of St. Joseph's in Italian culture. I celebrate that as much as I celebrate 4th of July. I'm a product of two cultures. I'm a product of two countries. I'm very fortunate, and I endeavor to help others recognize the importance of knowing, embracing, valuing, appreciating, and living two cultures. Italian American? Yes, that's me. American Italian? Yes, that's me. Happy Italian Heritage Month.
Grazie a tutti per I vostri messaggi. Thank you so much for all your messages. This season of Crave Italy is brought to you in partnership with the Consul General of Italy and Italian Culture Institute of San Francisco. With their support, we celebrate tradition, promote the Italian language, and highlight innovation that connects Italy and America. To learn more and explore upcoming events, visit their official websites. Today, I'm honored to welcome Amelia Antonucci, former director of the Italian Culture Institute in San Francisco and New York. Her work has built lasting bridges between Italy and the United States. Amelia, welcome to Crave Italy.
Grazie Samantha, grazie per avermi invitato.
Yeah, so could you briefly tell us about yourself and your journey in the Italian culture?
Okay, well, I'm originally from Salerno, which is the door to the Italian Amalfitane coast. And I have to tell you, I can divide my life like in three parts. The first 25 years in Salerno, and where I study, I went to university in Naples. And then the second 25 years, we moved to New York with my husband. And so I was working there at the Italian Cultural Institute as a cultural attaché. And that's where I started to promote Italian language and Italian culture. And I have to say, I had the best satisfaction of my life. I was working with wonderful people. I had the chance of meeting legendary people like Martin Scorsese, Isabella Rossellini. I worked with a great director, Furio Colombo, that taught me a lot. And I raised my family. I had 2 children. And so I have only beautiful memories of New York. Then I was assigned to San Francisco as a director in 1996. And my life here started. And the Italian community in San Francisco was a little different than New York because it was more northern, Tuscany, but they really welcomed me very well. And I had a chance to make beautiful events and to change location 3 times and enlarge the audience and invite wonderful guests doing exhibition, concert, literature events. So that's what I try to promote Italian culture during my staying at the Italian Cultural Institute.
As you mentioned, you served as a director of the Italian Culture Institute in both San Francisco and New York also. What stands out from those experiences?
Well, it's first of all, it's the best work in the world because you do what you like and you're being paid for. So it was a really great occasion. And then, you feel very honored to work promoting the Italian language among Americans, but also with the Italian American generation. And the thing that maybe, the Italian Americans living abroad, they lost contact with some of the Italian new life. Well, now in San Francisco is a little different because there's a new wave of immigration that is very young people. But at the time I came, it was a little different. And so I really had a chance to present events that they were very interesting for them, and they followed me very well. Maybe you were present when I opened a new location on Montgomery Street when we had the Maria Callas exhibition. That was a big event, and I'm very proud of what I did and also of the way I was welcomed by the community.
Thank you. Yeah, you did so much. What does Italian Heritage Month mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. First of all, I have to say I'm very proud and very happy that Catherine Stefani brought back to us the possibility to honor the Italian heritage officially. And in 2019, she, as a supervisor, helped us to do that. We were erased before, so we were very upset. All the Italian organization went to the city hall to protest, but Catherine was very instrumental in that. So finally, we had, especially thinking that San Francisco had the oldest parade in the country. I think the first parade, the Italian parade, was in 1878, something like that. So I was very happy that was brought back and we could be together celebrating Italy culturally and also with a beautiful parade. In New York, there was a parade since 1989, and there was an Italian Heritage Month. So all the organization got together and they presented cultural programs together, making a booklet. So that's my hope for this location, for San Francisco, because I think we are still working a little bit too independently. We should be all together and presenting a program with all the other institutions.
So, Amelia, what has been your greatest satisfaction in promoting the Italian language and culture in the United States?
First of all, when you promote Italian language, it's like people are approaching also with the culture, because there isn't the best way to learn the culture if you don't speak the language. You can see if you travel and you speak the same language as a location, you absorb much more than just traveling in a foreign country. So when I started to teach Italian, because I was a teacher of Italian myself, first in the Italian high school in New York called Scuola Marconi, and then also at the Italian Cultural Institute to foreigners. Most of my students were of Italian American origin, so they were coming back and learn the language to go back to their roots. Because, when the first Italian arrived in New York and also in the other part of the country, they were obliged to learn the language to merge with the Americans. So they lost, some of the young generation lost the language. So it was a very wonderful satisfaction to have them go back to their origin and to speak the same language of their grandparents or their parents.
Beautiful.
And that was very satisfactory. And also in San Francisco, I didn't actually taught the Italian language, but through presenting Italian events, that was wonderful to see the enthusiasm, when we had an Italian events, like we had a film retrospective of Italian movies, and people approaching it and say, thank you for bringing this to me, because it was not very common to have cultural events of a certain level before we started this new activity.
So today, what is your strongest connection with Italy?
Well, I have a brother. I still have a brother. My mother unfortunately passed. And my brother lives in Viareggio, Tuscany. And I have lots of friends. Connection that I made through the years, through my work. I still have very active. And a lot of cousins. So it's always a pleasure to go back and to keep those contacts. Now it's very easy with Facebook, it's WhatsApp. So you keep in touch with everybody. So it's not you feeling so far away anymore, even if you don't go very often.
Do you have a message for the young generation?
Well, the young generation. I love young people. Many young people I helped during my career. So I'm very nice. I'm very happy to meet them and to talk with them and to keep their enthusiasm and to keep studying the language, to keep working in the field of culture. Not to do now. There's all scientific and humanities. Actually, I forgot to tell you that I belong to a lot of organizations. The Assisi San Francisco Sister City, the Accademia della Cucina Italiana, but especially later after my retirement in 2012, For 10 years, I presented the program of Italian cinema at the Castro Theatre, bringing all the Italian classic, Bertolucci, De Sica, Mastroianni. So that was was a way to reach out to the young people and to the young generation. And now I'm part of the Leonardo da Vinci Society. And I still organize cultural events for them. I was a president. And we have a special program that is giving awards to young students, or young scholars in the field of science, medicine, and humanities. So this is a way we want to have the young people to be awarded for their work in the being of Italian descent.
Yeah. Amelia, where people can find you?
They can find me through the Leonardo da Vinci Society, which is www.davincisanfrancisco.com, or they can find me on Amelia Antonucci.
She's all over social media, by the way, right? So my last question, what is your passion and what motivates you to keep going?
As I told you, I mentioned it before, I love doing what I'm doing. I love Italy, I love Italian events, I love art, I love theater, I love opera, and that keeps me young inside. It keeps me very happy to continue to be present at everything that is happening in the Italian panorama in San Francisco. And that's, I think it's very important for me to be in touch with people. I'm a very social person.
Right. Wonderful. And I can't wait to have you back, Amelia. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Samantha. It was a pleasure to be with you.
This segment is brought to you by Mona Lisa Marimonti, a stunning Italian restaurant in San Francisco, California, where tradition meets elegance. Let's take a look.
Welcome in Mona Lisa Marimonti, la vera cucina italiana, autentica, mediterranea. Abbiamo una cucina stupenda con homemade pasta, original from South Italy, the steakhouse and real seafood fresh. Abbiamo il pesce fresco, qua si mangia all'italiana. Mona Lisa Marimonti 414 Colombo. Vi aspettiamo, buon appetito. Venitemi a trovarmi, grazie.
Alice Bakery Inc. is one of the Crave sponsors, a California-based boutique that celebrates style and self-expression. This wonderful boutique offers an incredible selection of clothing for women of all ages, designed to suit every style, taste, and occasion. At the heart of Alice Bakery Inc. philosophy is the belief that fashion is more than just clothing. It's a way for women to express themselves and feel confident no matter where life takes them.
Thank you so much to Alice Bakery Inc. for supporting this episode. Thank you to everyone who shared their voices and stories with us today. Italian Heritage Month reminds us that what unites us is not just where we come from, but the passion and the pride we carry in our hearts. Stay tuned for our next episode. Remember to subscribe and follow us on social media. Ci vediamo settimana prossima. Ciao a tutti!